Okay, so we've got a really interesting stack of articles here all about AI. Looks like you're interested in how it's already intertwined with our lives and where it might be going in the future.
Yeah, it's really fascinating stuff.
Totally. So are you ready for me to unpack all of this?
Absolutely, the applications are expanding so rapidly, it's really hard to keep up.
Yeah, no kidding. And the funny thing is we interact with AI all the time without even realizing it. You've got a virtual assistant on your phone.
Right, most likely.
Yeah.
Siri, Google Assistant, those have become like ubiquitous these days.
Right. And they're not just setting reminders anymore. It's like the way they understand and respond to our requests, that's all AI at work.
Hmm.
It's the same tech behind those eerily accurate recommendations you get on Netflix or Amazon.
Yeah, it's a great example of how AI is really subtly shaping our experiences now. Like, those recommendations aren't just based on what you watched or bought once. The AI is analyzing these massive data sets, identifying patterns in your behavior and like millions of others to then predict what you might enjoy next.
It's actually kind of mind-blowing when you really think about it. Netflix doesn't know I love documentaries,
Right.
but their AI has somehow figured it out.
Exactly. It's not about individual preferences. It's about recognizing these patterns in massive, massive data sets. And that's really where machine learning comes into play. The AI is actually learning from the data that it's fed, constantly refining its models to improve its accuracy.
So it's not just programmed with a set of rules like, if the user watches Planet Earth, then recommend Blue Planet. It's actually analyzing viewing habits on a much deeper level.
Precisely, yeah. Take spam filters, for instance.
Yeah.
They aren't explicitly programmed to block specific emails. Instead, they use machine learning to analyze the characteristics of spam messages, identifying patterns, and then adapting their filters accordingly.
So every time a spam email slips through and you mark it as junk, you're actually helping to train the AI, right?
In a way, yeah, you are. You're providing more data that helps the AI to refine its understanding of what constitutes spam. It's a continuous learning process.
It really shows how AI is working in the background of so many parts of our digital lives. But maybe we can change gears a little bit. These articles you've got also talk about leveraging AI for our own productivity, right?
Absolutely. And it's not just for these huge companies like Netflix or Amazon. There are actually tools that are available that let anyone use the power of AI for personal use or professional use.
That's what I'm really curious about. What kind of tools are we talking about here?
Well, think about those tasks that we do every single day on our computers, the repetitive ones. AI can automate a lot of those things, which frees up our time and, our mental energy for the more creative or strategic work that we might do.
Okay, that sounds really appealing to my inner procrastinator. So tell me more about this.
Tools like Zapier or Integromat, for example, they're like bridges between all these different apps. And they allow them to communicate and to trigger actions based on certain events.
So instead of me manually having to transfer data between apps or copying and pasting information, I could automate those workflows using AI.
Precisely. Let's say, for example, you're a small business owner.
Right.
And you want to send a thank you email to each customer after they make a purchase, a personalized one.
Right.
Instead of doing that manually, you can use Zapier, for instance, to connect your online store to the email marketing platform that you use. And then the AI can just automatically trigger this thank you email with the customer's name and their order details as soon as they make a purchase.
That's amazing. And that's just one example.
Yeah. It's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
These platforms have a huge library of integrations. You can automate everything from social media posting to data entry. And the best part is that you don't need to know anything about coding to set it up. It's drag and drop. So it makes AI very, very accessible to, anyone and everyone.
Okay, I can see why this is getting so much attention. It's like having a personal assistant who can take care of all the boring, tedious tasks, and then I can just focus on, the bigger picture stuff.
Exactly. And speaking about the bigger picture, AI isn't just about automation. It can also help us make better decisions by uncovering hidden patterns in data.
Oh, right. These articles also mention something about AI and data analysis tools.
Right. Platforms like Tableau, for instance, or Google Analytics.
Right.
They allow you to analyze those very complex data sets and get meaningful insights from them without even needing a degree in data science.
Wow. Okay, so it's not about just collecting all the data. It's about actually making sense of it all. But how does AI actually help with that?
Well, imagine you're running like an e-commerce store
Oh, okay.
and you're gathering data on like customer purchases and website traffic and marketing campaigns.
Right.
That's a lot of information to go through.
It is, yeah. It's not something I want to be doing with like a calculator and a pen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where these AI-powered data analysis tools really come in handy. They can just analyze massive data sets, identify trends, and then, present them in a way that's really easy for you to understand and then to like take action on. So instead of you just seeing all of these numbers,
Mm-hmm.
it's much easier to make sense of them. You get visual dashboards and interactive reports and even predictive models that tell you like which products are going to sell well or which marketing campaigns are getting the highest return on your investment.
So instead of me as like a business owner just relying on my, intuition or gut feeling, I can actually make data-driven decisions.
Exactly.
That's a game changer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it allows them to like optimize their operations, understand their customers better, and, just gain that competitive edge.
It seems like we're just like scratching the surface here.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder about like all this talk about AI and data analysis. What does that mean for other fields like healthcare, finance, even things like self-driving cars?
You're right. The applications are huge and they're constantly evolving, which is really exciting. And I think that's what we'll explore more in the next part of our deep dive.
It really is incredible how far AI reaches. And it's not just about making our lives easier or businesses more efficient. Like it's got the potential to completely change entire industries.
Yeah,
Are you ready to have your mind blown?
I'm ready.
Because these articles get into some really cutting-edge stuff.
Yeah, AI's potential, like just in healthcare alone, is pretty amazing. Like we're talking about tools that can analyze medical images with like incredible accuracy, sometimes even like doing better than human doctors can.
That's amazing, but also like a little bit intimidating, right?
A little bit.
To think that AI could be like reading our x-rays and our MRIs in the future.
It's not necessarily about replacing doctors, though. It's more about giving them more capabilities.
Okay, yeah.
Imagine an AI that could analyze thousands of scans in the time that it takes a human to review, like just a handful.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it could flag the potential abnormalities or suggest areas for closer examination. That type of speed and efficiency could really save lives.
Absolutely. But AI in healthcare, it goes beyond just like diagnostics, right? I think the articles mentioned something about like personalized treatment plans.
Right, exactly. AI can analyze a patient's whole medical history, their genetic information, lifestyle factors, even environmental data to create these super personalized treatment plans. So it's like moving away from this one-size-fits-all approach to medicine towards like truly individualized care.
It sounds like something out of science fiction, honestly. What about the financial world? It seems like AI is making big changes in finance as well.
It really is. Algorithmic trading, for example.
Right.
It's already a main thing in the financial industry. These algorithms analyze market data super, super fast and can make split-second trading decisions that humans just like couldn't do. It'd be impossible.
So it's like having a whole army of like super fast traders all working 24/7.
Yeah, kind of. But it's not just about speed, though. AI is also being used to detect fraud, to assess risk, and even to give personalized financial advice.
Personalized financial advice. Like, are we talking about those robo-advisors that I've been hearing about?
Exactly, yeah. Those are powered by AI. They look at your investment goals, your risk tolerance, and like your financial situation to create this diversified portfolio that's tailored for you.
It's amazing how accessible this technology is becoming. I mean, it used to be that you'd need like a whole team of financial experts to manage your money. And now you've got AI doing it, like right there on your phone.
Yeah. And it's not just healthcare and finance.
Mm-hmm.
The transportation industry is like going through a huge change because of AI, too.
Yeah, for sure. We can't talk about AI without talking about self-driving cars.
Right.
It seems like we're getting closer and closer to like that Jetsons future where our cars can just drive themselves.
Yeah, we're already kind of there in a lot of ways. Self-driving cars are already on the roads in a bunch of different cities. And, the technology is only going to get more and more advanced. It's all driven by AI. From the sensors that like can tell what's around the car to the algorithms that make decisions like in real time about where to go.
It is a bit like a sci-fi movie. But, it makes you think about like what this means for safety, jobs, even like how we plan cities. It's a whole new world.
You're totally right. With any really transformative technology, there's going to be those challenges, but then also opportunities too. It's really up to all of us to figure those out and make sure that AI is used for good.
Yeah, well said. Well, we've covered a lot today. From AI working quietly behind the scenes to how it might totally reshape whole industries. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling excited, but also a little bit overwhelmed by all of it.
Yeah, I feel you. It's a lot to take in. But that's what's so cool about AI, right?
Yeah.
It's constantly evolving. It's full of surprises, full of challenges. It keeps things interesting.
And full of opportunities. So to our listener out there, keep digging into this stuff. Keep asking questions. Keep an open mind. The future of AI is being written right now, and we all have a role to play in shaping what it looks like.
For more short-form podcasts like these, please like and subscribe. The top comment on this video will be the topic of our next podcast. Goodbye.